Hi everyone, Emma here. I'm getting ready to do another project with these lovely gifts that I got from Diane. So far I made this bracelet and posted the video for you. And this is the clasp, in case you didn't see the video. And somebody asked how big it was. So just to recap, I'm finding these clasps a little hard to get in and out, so you kind of have to maybe adjust it before you put it on to make sure that it fits properly. Okay, so each end is 3 inches. The middle piece from here to here is 1 inch, and then of course the other side is 3 inches, and the clasp is 1/4 inch. So this ended up being a 7 1/4 inch bracelet. So that turned out really cool. And I didn't know what these were called, these beads here. They're called quadra bows. So like a bow and arrow bow. And then quad because they have 4 holes in it. So yeah, and let me get a gold one here in case you didn't see this. That's these guys here. Let me adjust my camera there so you can see. They're tiny. I'm surprised like they look big, but compared to what we're used to handling. So there's the 4 holes on that side, and there's that side. And that's what they look like. They are lots of fun. So we have a bunch of those left. I'm sure I'll be doing more. I actually looked up some different designs, so I may be showing you some other designs to do with these quadra. And I did the pink ribbon bracelet with the silver silk. So I did get a chance to look up the silver silk. Now, let me see if I have a loose piece here. No, I used them all up. Let me show you on the green that she sent me. So you can see it has a rubber or silicone tube in the middle, and then it has a knitted wire around it. So somebody recommended this and I tried it myself. I did try and get the tubing out of it, but I think I heard on the video from the designer of this stuff that there's little notches inside the wire. So if you try and pull it out, it's actually kind of poked in a bit on the tubing. So it doesn't come out like you might think it would. They do sell just the wire without the tubing inside. It's quite beautiful, so you should definitely check it out. It's called Silver Silk. It says Silver Silk and more, and they have a website with stuff. And I think they're having a sale right now, like a 15% off or something like that. So a set like this was $10 on their site, and this is you know what? I want to say 2 millimeters, but I don't think it is. Let me see if it has it on the package here. No, it doesn't. I have a feeling it's like 3 millimeter. Let me get my. This is like between 3 and 4. There's the line right here, this line. So it's almost at the 4 mark. So, but you can see the way we used it, I don't know what it is about it. It just looks amazing. It's pretty stunning actually. Put that like that. This is how I want this to go. So it looks pretty amazing. So the thickness of it is kind of nice. It's offset by the smaller. These are just 11/0 seed beads. So I'm, as you can see, I'm getting ready to make a whole bunch of them. This was the amount of the silver silk that I have. So there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this one is actually smaller, so I added seed beads because there wasn't enough left to go all the way around on each end. So I've added some seed beads, but you would never know because it's at the back anyway. But once I'm done doing these ones, I'm going to go ahead, and I have a few tubes of 8/0 seed beads, and I'm going to do the middle row with the 8/0 seed beads. I think it should turn out. Let me see, is this? Yeah, these are 8/0s. So there's the 8/0s right there. So they're smaller than the middle row. I might look for some 6/0s in white, but you know, it's funny, white beads, I cannot believe how, you know, the last time I was doing something with white beads, and this is what I had that I had ordered for other stuff to do my leather wrap bracelets with. I scooped them out, found them, and then I was like, I really need, like, these are a little more, they call these opaque Navajo luster white. I kind of wanted, they have a bit of a cream color to it. I kind of wanted straight white, and then I wanted some that were a little more creamier than these, like a little more yellow. And yeah, I was amazed that I didn't have that in my stash. So something that I have to look into and order, of course, like I don't have enough beads. I actually I went to Amazon because there's a Canadian company that I order stuff from through Amazon. For some reason, I haven't figured out how to contact them. There's no email, there's no website address. It's just basically through Amazon. I mean, the prices are really good anyway, so it doesn't really make a big difference to me. So I went to order, and then I ended up with like $300 in my cart. I'm like, okay, I got a problem here. Yes, I need white, but do I really need all this other stuff? So anyway, once I'm done, like I said, once I'm done doing these, I'm going to do up some others. And you know what? I may end up getting some more of these and creating a design of my own, maybe a leather wrap bracelet with this. I'm surprised that these coin beads have that much of an impact. They're pretty amazing. So I'm just going to put this aside because we're going to go to um, the next project. Woohoo! Let me get my scooper here. These here. So thank you for joining me today. This has been so much fun. So I was talking to Diane and she's like, I can't believe you're having so much fun with that stuff. I would just like kind of threw it together. Like, well, I'm glad you did. So this, I wanted to work with these leaves, and you know what? This is let me open this up, and I'm not sure why the lighting seems low to me. See if I get that's way too much. We'll just leave it at that. There, hopefully that works. And so I wanted to do something with leaves and bunnies. And so we have these bunnies here. So that was an option. And then we have these bunnies. And I'll tell you, these bunnies, I feel they look a bit angry. I don't know if it's the way the whiskers are on some of them or whatnot. I think what I might do with these is paint them and do my own little faces on them. So stay tuned for that. What I might do is I might try some different applications. So I might use acrylic paint, and then I'll try one with vintage patina, and then I'll try one with Swelligant, and we'll see what comes out. So that should be pretty fun. In the meantime, these guys are hilarious. So I really like these guys, but I kind of feel like this one should be on a leather wrap bracelet of some sort. So we'll leave that for another time. So I think we're going to do something with this. Wait for it. Drum roll. I am going to make a comb. So we are going to put we're going to wire wrap these guys onto here. Now, you may think, oh, we got more stuff, don't worry. So anyway, these are the combs. They are silver plated. It looks like it says Fandy hair combs. Oh, from Fun Craft Beading. So maybe that's why they call them Fandy, kind of a twist on handy and fun. Let's see if we can get these out. So here's the thing with these. I got these because they were super cheap. I don't have a price on this package. Oh, I think they ended up being something like 30 cents each or something. I may be wrong. I have to look back at my video. But initially I was like, oh, I don't know. Like, I've used combs. I used to have really long hair, and I used to use combs all the time. And I wasn't sure because it wasn't like finished and polished and whatnot. But you know what? When I got them, I was shocked at the quality of the workmanship. Like, if you look at these prongs, they're amazing. They're really well done, and they're all twisted perfectly, the same amount of twists. And the end is folded over so that it won't get caught in your hair. So I was super stoked about that. So we'll at least do one. We'll see how far we get. And then I have some other goodies to add to that. So I wanted to do kind of a spring fun thing. So it wouldn't be spring without some lucite flowers from Emma. So we have these lovely flowers. There's a pink and a fuchsia. I'll go with the nice green, and then our bunny as the focal in the middle, and these lovely crystals. So I think that would be awesome. So what we need is some wire to wrap it with. So I'm going to just keep with the silver color, but I mean, you can definitely use a gold or a colored. And actually, you know what? I bought some pink wire, but that'll be in another video. It's a thicker wire. So this one I wanted to use 24 gauge because it's so much easier just to bend and wrap. You don't need a lot of skill to do that. So we have that. I just thought I'd show you, I do have this blue wire, turquoise, that I got from the dollar store, surprisingly. This stuff does come off. It won't come off with your, like, scraping it like that, but definitely with your tool. I have worked with it, and it's color coded kind of thing. When you go to buy wire, you'll see it'll say permanent color, I think they call it. So I've got my nippers out, and this really looks low, the color, the lighting. Let's do this and then adjust. Yeah, that looks better. I was testing my camera and trying to figure out, and I'm going to use these nippers if I need it. So let's start out by trying to design something. I think these crystals I think we should do a light pink and then the fuchsia on top, but offset it so that the pink comes out the back, or we could do it the other way. Let me see. That might be better. And then I thought the crystal in the middle. But I think if I do it this way, the crystal shows up a little more. Tell. Okay, I'm trying to look in the camera to see. Okay, well we'll figure that out as we go. So we want the bunny in the middle, and then maybe a leaf on each side. So let's cut this. Maybe what we'll do is we'll fan the leaves in sets of 3. So something like this. Like that. Let's move these here. Let's get some more of these leaves. That. Okay. And just make sure. There we go. So I'm going to test it with the pink up top. I've got two the same color. Wonder, something like that. Oh, these look really pretty. I think this is the way to go. It's so funny. The bunny rabbit looks sad. He's pouting. I have a white cat, and he has, of course, a pink nose and pink ears, and it's so funny when he gets excited and he's playing, his ears go bright, bright pink. Let's do this one and this one. So of course I've got it spread out a bit just to show you the design, but they're going to be kind of on top of each other kind of thing. Oh, this is going to be pretty. So then I don't know, I think that's probably enough, but I feel like there needs to be something around the bunny rabbit. So let's just start and see how far we get. So I think what we should do is start with the leaves and put the leaves on the end. Although we can. Yeah, I think I want to wait for the bunny. So let's go ahead and start with the leaves. So we're just I'm gonna cut a length and then work with it and decide if I want it. So I've never done this before, so bear with me. I'm trying to decide whether I want to like fold it over. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna fold it over like this. And I can twist it so it's nice and tight. Because you're only going to see the front anyway, for the most part. I mean, depending on how you wear the comb. So something like that. And I've got one side for the other leaf. I'll put it, I'm going to leave, let me see here. Probably about there. Fold that one over and twist it like that. And then we have some space to move them around if we want. So I probably should have taken a longer piece, so we'll do that. We'll make sure we do that for the other side. So let's go to about there. Fold that over. I don't think it's going to fit. There's not going to be enough. Let's get that. Kind of halfway there. There. And okay, so I'll use my tweezers to hold that, and as I turn it, so that'll wrap it. And that gets it nice and tight. We'll move that. And that's why I use the 24 gauge. It's super easy to manipulate. So there's our first piece. So I'm just going to bend these guys over a bit. And we are going to attach it. Now let me take a look at this. We may want to attach it beyond the comb. So I want to make sure that everything fits onto. So actually, you know what? I think it will fit on the comb. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my piece of wire and attach it through both like that. And I'm going to get a crystal. Take a bunch off. Okay. Get one of these lovely crystals. Oh my gosh, it looks beautiful. It's pretty. Okay, that's the back. Okay, I'm gonna just fold it up like that. So what I'm gonna do is take my wire and go back through. And I'm going to pull it to about there. I'm going to leave a bit of space so that I can move the wire. Oh, look, one came off. I twisted it too much. So let's fix that first. Okay. Let's cut this wire off. Careful not to cut the glass. I've done that before. That's not fun. Okay. So since I don't have, and this is probably what I should have done before, I didn't have enough wire, is take this wire as your third arm. So I'm just going to fold this over so it's out of the way. There. Let's hold it that way. So then I need to go from the bottom up like this. Bring that bead in. And normally at this point I'd be straightening this wire out, but I don't feel like it's a big deal because I'm not, all this wire is going to be hidden. Look at that. So this is the thing with the 24 gauge is it is somewhat fragile. I'm just going to wrap this rather than twist it. I don't want to damage it. I twist once or twice. There. Okay. So now we're ready. Put our flower on. And you can bend these up maybe. Make them look like they're actually growing. Okay, so let's go back into the two flowers. The light pink and the fuchsia and a crystal. And pop it up a bit and then fold it over and go back through the flowers. Let's bring it down. I'm going to see if I can get it, yeah, somewhat in place. And just pull that down. I'm going to bring this over this way and then see if I can pull. Kind of, what I'm trying to do is get the crystal to be showing and none of the wire. So that's why I'm Squeeze it a bit at the bottom. This is looking pretty. Oh. Okay, I think I need to leave it well enough alone. I'm the worst for that. Okay, so let's attach this one. So we want it right on the end. So basically it's just, I'm just gonna hold it there and then see if I can wrap it in between. Let's wrap it in between those two. Hold it there. I'm gonna go around the leaves behind the flower like that. And this is just, you know, play with it, figure out where it's gonna hold nicely. Let me see if I can just pull that a bit. It's nice and snug into the comb like that. And now this should be pretty straightforward wrapping. And look at that. That's amazing. That's okay. Yeah, amazed myself. Okay, let's turn the flower so that the bottom flower, look at that. It's blooming before your eyes. So you can still kind of move them around, so that's great. So I left that piece, but we can actually cut that piece off now. I'm going to go one more time just to be safe. I'm going to go in here and squeeze these pieces. Let me see if I can pull that there nice and snug. Push those down. Get in there. Make sure you cut just your wire, your end wire. And fold that little piece in. There we go. That's amazing. And get this guy open again. There. Sweet. So let's do that for the other side and then we can add. So we're going to add the bunny right about here. Yeah, I think the other flowers. So I think what we'll do is put the other flowers here and then put the bunny almost in front. We'll see when we get there. So let's try the group of 3 flowers. I came across a design for a necklace that had leaves on it, and I was thinking about these fuchsia ones that Diane sent me that are just incredible. The colors, like, ridiculous. They're so bright. So yeah, I'm hoping to do that one too. Okay, so I got my piece of wire. I'm gonna go further down and then hopefully I have enough wire for the others. So down like that. And I think we better use our tweezers for this. I'm going to come down a bit. It'll leave it some space to twist so that I don't break the wire like I did the last one. And I'm pulling back on it as I'm twisting it. And I'm hoping what that does is that holds this piece a little tight. So let me see if I can get that in there. Yeah. Okay. So there's the first one. Let's go to this side. I probably still don't have enough wire on this end, but that's fine. I'll use the other piece, the other side. When I first started beading, I was looking at wire wrapping videos. I was so fascinated and like, oh, that's what I want to do. Bought all the stuff. Like, I want to say 2 projects later, I don't even think it was that I was like, oh, this is so not for me. I just like, it annoys me when the wire gets bent, and then I'm like, what am I supposed to do with it now? And I see these people, the videos are incredible. They're like, they're using the pliers like it's an extension of their hands, and they're like super amazing. So that one's a little far out. Do you know what I might do is, so this was supposed to be the first one, which this corner one, but this one's too far out. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip my wire like this and make this one the furthest one out. So then when we bend it, it doesn't look out of place. I was going to say stupid, but I try not to use that word. When I was growing up, I used to be called stupid all the time. And yeah, it's not good. It's not friendship. Yep. By teachers, sadly, by my mother. But I also grew up with a sister who's a genius. And it was evident when she was really young how smart she was. But that's all relative, like I said. That's why I don't like using that word, because that word has power. And it sets you up for failure. So it's not friendship. So there we go. These are not too bad. I mean, definitely I feel like the others were a lot better, but you know what? This is not a competition in wire wrapping leaves. It's a competition between me and the beads. Okay. So who cares what that looks like? I'm sure over time I'll get better and that'll look perfect. So let's get the flower on. Yeah, once you make a decision about what you want where and which flowers, it actually goes pretty quick. So actually something like that. Get this guy on. And fold my wire through the flowers. And let me see if I can twist my crystal over a bit without chipping it. And I am going to pull this through. If I pull this, maybe it'll, there, yeah, popped it in to where I want it, and it made it a little stiffer so that the two flower will sit the way I want them. So actually that's perfect right there. So let's put this one on. I'm just gonna hold it there and go around. I'm only going around the first prong, so let me hold it this way. There. I'm going to put it through the leaves. I was getting ready to twist it around my finger the way you do with thread. It's like, not a good idea. And then I wonder why I have like cuts and scrapes on my hands. Okay. Um, I feel it's a bit wobbly. I want it to be a little more secure. Let's go through the second one and come out on the other side. Yeah, and that should make it even Steven. Like that, maybe once around here. And let's clip this and do a little squeeze. Squeeze everything. And then look at that. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. I can't believe this is turning out this way. Let's see if I can move that over a bit. And I want this to stay on an angle. So let me see if I can get some more tension there. Perfect. Wow, that's turning out nice. So now we just have to do some flowers. So we don't need as much wire. So I'm just cutting like about, I don't know, what's that, 6 inches maybe? Yeah, about 7 inches. And I'm losing my mat here. Okay, so actually now we have 2 flowers that we want to put here and here. We can put them on separately or we can hook them together. You know what, now that I think of it, probably separately is a better idea. What do you think, folks? Like, I know how to do putting 2 on. I couldn't put 3 leaves on one strand. Okay, I'm just gonna fold this. I guess what we could do, it'd be a real genius, and do 2 and put them together, then put it on there. So let's grab this like that and pull this. Okay, see if I can get this in here. There. There. Let's be careful. I feel like this wire is going to break because I'm messing with it too much now. I guess let's just twist this. I think we need to put something on this end because it wants to pop out. We could put a little seed bead to hold it in place. Let me see if I can just wrap my wire. I don't think this is, now this is getting a bit messy. Yeah, so you see how it's moving up and down. So I think we should put something underneath. And I actually have a bunch of clear beads that some of the stuff she sent me came on these beads. Let's grab a few of these. So let's just cut that. And let's clip it a little closer, get rid of this mess. So that's, you know, I need work on my wire wrapping. Let's move this down a bit. See, I don't get out of. There. Okay. Another piece. And I probably don't need that much. Okay, so let's go through one of these clear beads through our flowers and get our crystal. And let's try something different this time. I want to fold my wire on each side of the crystal so that only the crystal shows and not the wire. I'm just going to pinch that like that, and then get this guy back on. I'm going to pull this out a bit so I can get my other wire in without bending it too much. And through here. There. Okay, let's see if we can get that crystal back to where it's supposed to be. And pull it tight. And let's see if we can get this to stay put. There. And I'm gonna try and scooch the, let me get in there, the pair of pliers, scooch the wire that I've twisted up so that it's nice and snug, so that it'll hold the flower open like that. That's still loose. Let's do this. I don't think it's not friendship. I'm gonna have to put some more wire in there. There. It's still pretty loose. I should be able to, you know, I think what might be happening is the wire slipping on these. But I should be able to hang on to that and pull this wire down. Let's see what that did. That did it. Okay. I knew there was a method. Yeah, it's nice and tight now. I'm just trying to get rid of this piece here. Let's clip that. So there's one flower. Okay. Let's see if we can do the next one a little quicker, because I don't think that should take that long. So, get these crystal. Let's see if I can do this without the... Oh, we said the other thing pops off. What we should do is not put this one through both wires, only put it through the one. And then let me adjust this crystal. This should work. I wanted to do a live today, but I've got to bite the bullet and just try and see if the internet's working properly. Because this to me is a fun way of doing a live when you're doing something simple. Okay, so I pull that, and then squeeze these together and turn. That worked. It's nice and secure. Like wondering who my wife's talking to downstairs. So nobody comes to our door. So I think, yeah, okay, that should do it. So let's cut this now. That's a little faster. Lovely, perfect. Okay, so 2 more of these, and then the bunny rabbit. Just cut these at a time. I don't think she's talking to anybody. I think she's watching NASCAR. So the race must be over and they're talking. The announcers are talking about the race. But it sounds like somebody's in the house. Okay. That's lovely. Okay. Put this over. Put that in. Pull this through. Hold down. There. And actually all I have to do is do this. Pull. I never even thought I should have done that. So just pull it apart and it will bring everything snug. Then grab that bead at the back. Then bring these together. Let me there, that's good enough. Clip that end. And there's our, oh, that one's loose. Let me see if I can tighten that a bit. It looks like the twist was going in a different way on the other side. There, that's tight. And pop those open. I feel like it could be tighter. So I'm going to pull this one out a bit, see if that will tighten it. No, it's made it looser. Yeah, that worked. Oh yeah, it's tight now. Pop that open. I've got it so tight. Okay. One more. And a crystal. I wonder if I should put something, do a wire wrap around the bunny here, like he's holding something. It's too bad I don't have like an egg or maybe a flower, a tiny flower. Okay. I'm always thinking like the next step ahead. These flowers are so much fun. And I know it's like, they're, I purposely call them lucite because to call them plastic, you're like, oh, I don't know if I want plastic on my jewelry. But you know what? I just am amazed at how much fun they are. Let's pull that. And what did I put it on both and then pulled it apart, and that actually tightened it. So let's try that on this one. So actually, no, I don't need to. What I should do is just do this, pull these guys apart, and that will tighten it. Get my other wire, so pull it apart, and that one down there, that one. That didn't work. What the heck happened on that there? I must have twisted a different way. That sounds like it's getting tight. You can hear the two pieces of flowers rubbing. Rubbing is racing. You would think I was watching NASCAR. Okay, let me fold that little piece in. Okay, so we got some flowers. So we'll take two. Well, I think we'll twist them about that far apart. Like that. Okay. Yeah, something like this. Just gonna hold that in place and then put it over. And I'm gonna go around the rung next to it, and what it'll do is it'll push that one in a bit and hold it in place. Feel something sharp here. Oh, there's an end. So you have to go through and check these end pieces, make sure they're tucked in nicely so that they don't hurt anybody or get your hair caught in it. And okay, so the ends are right here. I'm going to fold those in. I'm going to squeeze the other ones down so that they're nice and flat. And see if I can get this one to get back in there. There. Okay, let me see where this guy's gonna go. Okay, so now we can play with these and put them where we want them. So I kind of want them to close this space like that. And this guy's gonna go here. Oh my gosh. And that thing is still, if it's sticking me and I'm playing with it, so I'm gonna clip it and see if that does anything. That's perfect. Okay, so let's get these guys together. Side by side. Like that. And maybe at about here. Twist. Okay. Those there. Right about here. So let's bring it down. And we can actually leave this wire and use it to string this guy on. This, I think we should do that. We'll do one more wrap. Like that. This is turning out amazing. I'm kind of surprised myself. This is turning out so nice. So if I wrap him, he's going to be stuck at the back. I think I need something back there so that he's forward. And it's a little he. What can we put there? Let me check. I have some other flowers. Actually, well, I want to leave. I was going to say I have some leaves, some big leaves, but I want these leaves to be kind of stand out. So we have some of these flowers. So maybe if we put a green flower behind him, then he would sit in front. Yeah. Or we could put pink ones. Just we also have purple. Oh nope, that takes away from the. I think that's too much of these pink ones. I think the green is what needs to go back there. So now, decisions. Do we put a crystal in these or not? Because we're not going to see it anyway. Maybe what I'll do is I have some little silver beads. So maybe I'll put a silver bead in there. So now I think I'm going to use these pieces. So let's put one on. You know, I introduced my wife to YouTube. I mean, she knew about it, but she never watched it. She never watched it the way I watch it. So I was like, you should just like cast it to the TV and watch. Like, she doesn't watch regular TV anymore. She's always on YouTube watching stuff. I'm like, oh God, do we have to? I'm like, I watch enough YouTube for a lifetime. So try to get this in place there like that. So this is just going to be background. I feel like we need to get this loose end a bit more. Okay. And wrap it around. There, like that. See if I can. There. And we'll cut that. And we'll tuck that in. There. Of course, the same thing's happening where the flower is moving down the stem, but the back one doesn't matter as much because the bunny's going to go in front. And let's adjust these guys. There. Yeah, I should have. Okay. Let me see. Do we have enough on this one? And what are these? I mean, this would look nice just like that, but we have to put a bunny in there. Okay. Spread them out a bit. Okay, let's see if we can get this wrapped. Let me twist it around this guy. There. It's kind of hard to see what I'm doing with the wrapping and twisting because I'm having a hard time seeing it. But I think that's good right there. I'll just squeeze these down so that the ends are not sticking out. Yeah. Squeeze that one down. There. Okay, we are almost done. Perfect. So let's get a bunny rabbit. Oh, that's way too much. Yeah, I'm getting so excited. Give me some more wire. Scalpel. So I wonder if I need to put some beads on this guy to stop him from moving around. Okay, let's try to get him maybe twisted like this. Perfect. And I think we should put him down the middle between those two flowers. And there. There. That nice and snug. Clip it. And squeeze all these pieces down. I'm gonna squeeze those pieces in so that they don't get caught in your hair. There, that looks, everything's tight, so that's the back. Ta-da! This is hilarious. Oh my gosh. You can still adjust the flowers. Oh, that's hilarious. That turned out so nice. So you could even take these leaves and put some up here, but this looks pretty stunning. Thanks so much for joining me. Thank you so much, Diane, for these lovely gifts. And you know what? I've had so much fun doing this that I think I'm going to start going through some of my old friend mail. Especially, I have a ton of stuff from Kath from the UK. So I'm going to go through and maybe do something like that, like put some stuff out and then just grab and see what we can create. So there you go. And who is there was oh, and some stuff from Joni as well. Some polymer clay. I have like I have tons of stuff of projects that I want to do, but I just never get to them. So I think if I just say, this is a thing, let's do this, it's so much fun. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. There's a bunch since I got these and I got the little brooch pins that have there's a dome that comes with it that comes off and it has holes in it, so you can do bead weaving on that. I'm going to do some really neat wire wrapping stuff. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed that. Take care. Bye.